The current time is 4:22 p.m. Eastern. Hope everyone's doing well. None of this is financial advice. Please trade at your own risk. All right. So, back on YouTube. And it's going to be consistent. I swear. And actually, because I have enough time where I can do it twice a week. And, I asked on Twitter too, what does everyone think? What 2 days would be most optimal? I got some responses already. I'm going to wait a little bit longer and then, basically go off of what, everyone on Twitter says, right? And just kind of take it from there. So I'm pretty indifferent in terms of which days. Just at most, though, I can do it twice a week. And then we'll cover, several different things. Like, generally, it's going to be ES and NQ for the most part, especially since they're the leaders in the spaces that they're in, right? So again, predominantly it's just going to be the S&P and then BTC, and then I'll change it up here and there with certain things as well. So anyways, to get into this video, it's actually going to be pretty short. Yeah, I would say this is definitely going to be one of the shorter videos. Going into ES right here, I have this as just a completed ABC correction. It's very possible that the low is actually in already and that we're going to continue to push higher. I want to see it just get back above the 39.31. If it can just do that, then it's, in my opinion, it'll have proven itself at that point. But yeah, of course, we can get some type of pullback in the short term. Maybe we go back down towards 38.66, spot 25. But we'll wait and see. But generally speaking, though, I am bullish. Even if, let's say, hypothetically, the low isn't in and it does continue lower. On the macro, I am bullish, right? I was actually asked on Twitter too, could I cover, my higher time frame outlook and not just lower? Yeah, of course. And I talk about the higher time frame too on Twitter sometimes. My target ultimately is 42 to 4,300, right? And for now too, because we did see a rotation of some funds going out of tech, right, into the other sectors, which in my opinion helps justify that potentially we do have a low end and we're seeing capital, getting flooded in, and, several, bunch of stocks, right, have been ripping as a result of that. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's why it's going to be pretty short. In terms of what I think at the moment is I do think a low is in for the S&P and it is going to continue to march higher. It is approaching, right, the prior all-time highs. It's basically there. So possibly, it could struggle here for a little bit or maybe consolidate. But overall, though, I do think that it is going to continue to push higher. And yeah, so yeah, pretty straightforward. I just have this as a very clean-cut ABC correction. And yeah, to me, it couldn't get any more straightforward. So anyways, let's pivot over to Bitcoin. Don't worry. In the next videos, it's definitely going to be longer, but just given the price action that we have currently, there's not too much for me to say. And you guys know too, I like to keep things pretty simple for the most part. Trading doesn't need to be that complicated, overly complicated, right? Especially given the type of stuff that we're talking about in the videos, it could be a little bit more general, right? As opposed to videos I do in my in my Green Charter website and such. But anyways, we'll talk about BTC now. I'm looking for a pullback for the most part, just a slight dip. Nothing too crazy. It's just really consolidating sideways in a very large range. It's just tested its prior all-time high, so that's obviously really good. We're seeing BTC pairs too get hit because money is going into Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is still dominating, running the show. I think the altcoins will have their time. May take a little bit though. Just watch the alt BTC pairs to give you a good sense of when is the most optimal time to get into the altcoins. And then, looking at the UST pairs for confluence, for, bullish confirmation. And then that's really it, right? So pretty simple and straightforward. But, for the time being, though, it wouldn't surprise me if we do get a pullback down towards 52.50. I'm just treating this on a support by support basis. I'm not going to say oh, it's definitely going to go back down to 48,825 spot 7, which is what I have here. The short-term support that I have is actually at 52.5K flat. Right? So if we do get a dip down there, it doesn't mean that we're just going to go all the way back down here at all. I think worst case scenario, it just consolidates and goes sideways a bit longer before it continues higher. So my bias is bullish, but we're hitting resistance, right? We're hitting the all-time high. So like obviously, you know, I'm not going to jump to a conclusion like, all right, just because it's testing the all-time high, we're just going to get a fat impulse up. But I am bullish, okay? And the only thing I'm saying is that we could get somewhat of a pullback. And I was asked too, like what my, you know, again, like the higher time frame outlook, like for BTC. I'm looking for 6 figures. So I am looking for 100K, give or take 10 grand. So like as in 90K to about 110. That's like what I'm looking for ultimately. You know, I'm not going to say it's going to go to $1 million or anything like that. I try to be not realistic per se, but I try and keep it very, you know, I don't want to get like hopium, right? And then just hold it till 100K and then never sell, and then it does a severe correction, right? You got to be a little bit more level-headed, right? And you don't want to like fuel illusions, right? Or the future, right? Like future thoughts and stuff like that when you have no idea what tomorrow's going to bring, right? You know, in your day-to-day life, let alone, you know, the market cap of Bitcoin, okay? So, but generally, yeah, I'm bullish. Like on the macro, the lower, I'm bullish, but it's hitting resistance. So we gotta, you know, just, we'll see how the price action develops. It could just rip from here though, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like in the event that it is unable to take out the prior all-time high, that we could see a slight dip back down towards like 52,500, and then maybe just bounce from there and then just make a new high. So yeah, that's basically it. And then like altcoins, again, as I mentioned in the beginning of when I started talking about BTC, the BTC pairs are lagging. So like, yeah, the USDs can appreciate with it, but as of now, Bitcoin is basically dominating. It's running the show. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Glad to be back. Again, I'm going to do this twice a week. And in the comments too, in this video, let me know like what 2 days a week that you think it's best for me to do the videos. Again, I'm like pretty indifferent. So it's really like, you know, this is for you guys. Like, let me know what you think, and I'll, you know, and basically like, I guess whatever's popular demands or I think it makes the most sense, we'll just roll with it. All right. So I hope everyone has a good day. I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. So yeah, take care and bye-bye.